All right, so this is the first time using this type of cam, so I hope it does well. Ladies and gents, this is my $100,000 per month strategy. Now, let's begin with the marketing. What do I want to do to market what I'm selling, which we're gonna get to in a few. First of all, I'm gonna be uploading one reel a day that's related to the ICP and that's full of value, right? So the ICP is the ideal client profile. It's the people who the product is for. Now, what am I selling? I should have mentioned this in the beginning. My product is an AI DM setter for coaches with more than 50 leads incoming into their inbox every single day. Now, what is an EIDM setter for those of you who don't know it? As you know, and you've seen a lot of coaches on Instagram, for example, they have a lot of followers and they have some keywords on their reels or on their bio that say, like, DM me the keyword fit to learn how to lose 10 kilograms, for example, or learn how to build lean muscle, or learn how to make money online with X or Y, right? These are online coaches and they sell something which is probably high ticket that costs $1,000, $2,000, up to $10,000, right? Or even more. So these coaches basically get people inside their DMs who are messaging the keywords or who are wanting to learn or do something, a change in their lives. So those people who are called leads message the coaches and the coaches respond to them and ask those leads a couple of questions to see, first of all, if they have the budget to invest in their high ticket program, and ask them a couple of questions to see if they're really like serious about making an improvement in their life and if the program is the right fit for them. So the AI DM setter comes into the place of the coach, or who we call a DM appointment setter, who is like a human who is in the DMs and texting those people and asking them the necessary questions and answering any questions they have as well. So basically, what I'm selling as an AI is an AI that does that and replaces teams of huge human setters, right? So most of the clients that I have right now implemented the AI DM setter, and they went from having like 3 to 4 DM setters to having one DM setter who's a human, by the way, plus AI. So AI solves the place of 4, 5, 6 a lot. Now, this solution is really powerful because a lot of coaches out there don't want to go through the process of hiring good human sellers because it's hard to find them. And they also don't want to go through the process of training them, and they don't even know if those human sellers are going to stick with their businesses or not because it's a very boring thing to do, right? So this is about the product, and I've been building this for close to 2 years now. It's taken a lot of work, a lot of client feedback to do it to this level, to take it to this level. And right now, I have a good enough product that is kind of common and very similar for each client that I've installed it for. And it's easy for me to install it to even more clients. So I sort of productized it, right? So now that I have the product ready and in place, I want to start marketing it. And with minimal marketing, I was able to take the product and be able to make close to 10K a month with it. And that's just from, I got 2 clients who came from my YouTube, my business YouTube, and I got 2 clients who came from word of mouth. So if I increase the clients that come from YouTube, which is here, right? YouTube is part of the strategy. I want to be uploading one valuable YouTube video per week alongside one reel per day to generate more attention, to let the world know about the product that I'm offering. So that's the whole goal, right? And yeah, I want to increase the attention generation so that I can increase the sales for the product, so I can basically reach the $100,000 per month. Now, I want to deliver an idea here, a principle that I live by, and it's something I learned with time. In the beginning, I had those aspirations to get some great stuff like cool, luxurious cars, an amazing villa, and all these things. They're still on the list. However, I understood why they're not necessarily things to aspire for when I started earning money. So I realized that in the beginning, when I was barely making any money and getting what I need, I told myself, yeah, if I had more money, I would be happier, right? All of us have this thought. Now, as I started making more money, I realized that, okay, I'm making money, I'm buying things, a lot of things, but the things I'm buying aren't changing my quality of life much. Of course, there are purchases that are considered as investments, which are very good and improve my quality of life. But for a lot of them, they haven't even impacted me a lot, right? So, money shouldn't be something that changes how we feel necessarily. We're still humans, we still have the same emotions, but it helps get what we need to live a good life and to not have money problems, which suck. So, the $100,000 per month is just a symbol. And what I mean by that is my goal is to get enough money so I can even market my product more, so I can get more coaches to use it so they have a bigger impact on the world. So if I sell it to 10 fitness coaches and these fitness coaches reach 100,000 people a month in total, then in 1 year, I'm having an impact on 1.2 million people with my tool, because those people will be messaging the coaches and they will be speaking directly with my AI DM setter. That's gonna qualify them and it's gonna give them some knowledge that they need. This brings me to my mission here, which is for the first year of running this and for 1 year from now, my goal is to impact 1 million people with the AI DM setter. And 2 years from now, I want to have an impact on 10 million people. This would be my goal. And if out of these people, let's say 1% of them convert, as in they buy the program and or have a huge change in their life, if we do the math, 1% of 10 million is 100,000. That's an impact on 100,000 people. So it's a huge one and it really means a lot having my product impact those, have a change in people. And that's the whole purpose of what I'm doing, why I'm recording the YouTube videos on my personal channel. A lot of times this thought came to mind where I was like, is it useful to keep on, putting out those videos on YouTube? Shouldn't I just focus on my business YouTube channel so that I can make the most amount of money? But at the end of the day, I'm doing those videos on my personal YouTube channel because they represent who I am as a person, and I wanna have an influence on people and teach them about my systems, my way of living life, which I really like. I wanna teach them everything so that they can also live a good life and they can also have massive success. And I wanna document from the beginning all the way till the end. So it's like a lifetime project and it's not something that I'm willing to stop anytime soon. So this is the goal, this is to fulfill the purpose. Now finally we get to the funnel. The funnel, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically how are you gonna generate the attention and then convert it into paid clients, right? So I'm gonna be uploading stories on Instagram and those stories are gonna be about me. Let me move here so you can see it. Can you see me well? Perfect. So those stories are gonna be about me and my personality, right? My beliefs, and they're gonna be about my product, which is part of my mission. So, my stories, I'm gonna be uploading those like 2, 3 stories a day, explaining about the meditations I have, the discoveries, etc. Then we have the reels. The reels are gonna be to generate attention to my ICP. I don't know what this like this. My ICP, my ideal client profile, the coaches here who wanna use my AIDM setter. So those reels are gonna be in the back end of my Instagram profile on my main page. And for the posts, they're gonna be maybe a bit superficial, just like a summary of some adventures that I have. So this is pretty much it. And then for YouTube, okay, so when I generate this attention on Instagram from my reels and I tell people about myself through my stories, then they're gonna automatically go onto my Instagram, and on my profile I'll have a link to my YouTube. Now this might change, maybe later down the line I put the link to a lead magnet, which is something they get for free if they put in their first name and email, or I can redirect them to a video on YouTube or on my YouTube channel itself. There are plenty of options, plenty of different funnel structures, so I won't go into detail because I still don't know what the greatest and most converting funnel is gonna look like for me. I get more data as I go and I iterate based on it. So from Instagram, a lot of people will visit my YouTube and vice versa as well. That's why there are 2 bi-directional arrows here, where I generate attention through my educational content as well. And people on YouTube can go to my Instagram, and people from Instagram can go onto my YouTube. And this educational content is long form. So long form content that's gonna educate them more about what I do and how they can improve their business. So I give away the knowledge for free on how to improve their appointment setting process and improve their business as a whole. And in return, for people who are interested or coaches who want to do the implementation themselves, who want me to do the implementation and build the AI DM setter for them, those will be the ones who will reach out to me. We get on a call, we close them, we get the money, we give them the product, we make an impact. Now this sounds simple, but it's not. And that's why business is a bit difficult. But anyway, YouTube, right? And for my business YouTube, so this is business, I don't do anything. Basically, people look at my bio and they see a link to my personal YouTube, and this is more to show them about who I am as a person, my mission, my values, my beliefs, everything of that sort, and where I'm documenting my journey. And this is where I'm gonna be uploading this video in my personal YouTube. And so you can consider the business YouTube channel to be the geeky one and the personal one to be more of my lifetime journey and just have a positive influence overall. So yes, ladies and gents, this is my entire strategy for how to reach $100,000 per month. And of course, this number to me represents having enough money and making enough money to increase my impact in the world, to be able to support my loved ones on a larger scale as well, to be able to afford some luxuries, of course. Not very into them, but I want to enjoy life, I want to go through it and experience a lot of good things. So use this money to travel, to do whatever is necessary. But anyway, just to keep on growing. That's the purpose of money. That's the purpose of how I view it as a tool. And of course, we'll scale from there. So if you have any ideas on what you want me to talk about, feel free to comment them down below and let me know. And if you're interested to learn more about what I do on the business side and get into the details of the business, then you can check out my business YouTube channel. On there, I upload everything that's related to business. So that being said, take care of yourselves, take risks, and I hope to see you in the next one.